Welcome back, everybody. Today we're going to be doing a little tractor maintenance. Today we'll be fixing this pin on this Kuhn mower. It's a pin with a plate and a bolt through it that holds it in place. This one's been broken. We're going to see if we can fix it. I'm going to tack that like that. Then I have to jack up the mower, get this pin out, and then I'm going to plate it. Then I'll have to drill out a hole. But I'm going to weld this up a little bit, which I don't even think I really need to. I think I'll just take it in there and lay it on the bench where it fits perfect. I can't believe he found all the pieces. But this pin is like almost $200. Instead of spending the money to buy a brand new one, we're gonna see if we can just fix this one and get back to mowing hay. Chicken's off the phone. Let's see what he thinks. It's slotted. Do I need to?
Slotted.
The hole is a slot.
Oh, it is slotted, ain't it?
Yeah.
That's for your play.
Yeah.
Ooh, that even makes it tougher on you.
Yeah, I know.
Or, just being able to weld it and because I don't know where the hole.
The hole, the bolt goes through the very outside, yeah. Like, I don't understand why it's slotted, but it is.
Me neither. I don't get that.
I don't think it needs to be.
Well, but what I'm getting at is, I don't know if you got the jack set where that there is loose.
No.
All right. If you can get your jack where you can pull that out or, it comes out easy, go ahead and do what you're saying and get your deal and get it spotted.
Yeah.
Or welded up where you want it and make sure that that's welded where it won't come off. Come back out there, slide your pin all the way in. Yeah. I don't know if you can get behind it to mark.
Maybe with some soap down.
Where your hole is.
Yeah.
And then, I didn't realize it was slotted.
But it doesn't look like it needs to be. Like, I
don't know if there's, is it shock absorbent? What I'm getting at, there's a rubber in this one, Matthew. See, is there rubber in this one? You'll be able to tell when you take it off.
It looks like it. It looks like it's a bushing.
Well, but if it moves a little bit, that may need to be slotted to where, and that's probably why it broke. But so where it's got a little give.
Well, unless if your pinhole's not slotted though, your pin don't move.
Shouldn't know.
I think they build them like that so they can use them in different places on the machine. What I'm doing here is I put some washers under it to get the broken piece up as high as the pin piece. And I'm gonna draw around it. Cut that out with a plasma cutter. Get it to the shape I want. I'm gonna notch around the pin where it's welded there. That way my plate is touching the actual pin and the weld. And then I'll get it all on there, and then I'll take it over to the drill press and I'll drill my hole. Yeah. We've got our pattern. Gonna cut that out with a plasma cutter. I like to drain my airline before I use the plasma cutter every time. See that? Don't want that in your plasma cutter. That dolly makes a pretty good plasma cart, dude. It was a pretty good idea by me, if I do say so myself.
boy.
What?
Make that out of it.
Oh, it's right there.
Yep. I can't believe you didn't see it.
Believe it.
That way, Elvira.
I think I'm gonna weld this first and then put that on.
Okay. I'm gonna go across the road and break that with a little bit up.
You need a ride or anything?
No, yeah, go ahead. I'm gonna grab me a pop, and you can go ahead and take me over there. That way, if I get down, I've got no problem. I'll bring that tractor back.
All right. I've decided I'm gonna weld this together first. Then I'm gonna grind my welds off, and then I'm gonna plate it. Now we need to work on plating it. I think I'm gonna bevel this a little bit so it goes a little further on that weld. That way I can be actually welding on the pin. So we're gonna get rid of the stuff on this side first. On there a little further. I want to make sure my weld is on my plate and the pin itself. That'll make it a lot stronger in my opinion. I'm gonna wrap up the pin, that way I don't get any slag on it. Once I get it all welded how I like it, we'll grind our welds, clean them up a little bit. Then we'll take it over to the drill press and drill out our bolt hole. Alright, so our previous bolt fits. Now we got to find out if it all lines up. We'll have to get a different bolt because our plating will make it too thick. Let me tell you, hanging on to that hot sucker after welding and grinding on it forever. Whoa! Oh yeah, dude, we're in business. You just need a longer bolt. Okay, so we've got a longer bolt. We've got our deal all plated, and we've kind of stuck it in there to see if it'd fit. Seems like it's gonna. Got my wrenches. I've cooled this off. I couldn't hardly hang on to it. We're in there, baby. We are in like Flynn. Okay, and now we're gonna put another nut on it to keep that one from walking off. See, I'm all for using lock washers and Loctite and stuff like that, but we're gonna brute force these suckers together. You're gonna have to take them off to get it off. It's fixed. Instead of spending $200 and a trip to town, had some stuff laying around and fixed it in about 30 minutes. The best part about putting your tools up is you get to complain when other people leave them out. Other than that, it sucks. Got that done. Now I get to work on this one. He's ran this one time. It's brand new. Ag line. I don't know, they put them together up north of here. He bought it brand new. It's probably rigged up enough for 30 bales or something. And we had trouble starting this today. Luckily, we was able to jump start it with a Polaris Ranger. Now he's gonna go over there and bale it as soon as he finds a place for me to put all these bales. In the meantime, I've been hauling this freaking alternator around for a month, 2 months actually, because we had to have it. Then we didn't have time to mess with hay. Now we've got time, a little bit. I'm gonna swap them. And we're gonna go move some hay bales. We'll be changing this alternator on this International 856. Yeah, man. Pretty simple. It's just like a old AC Delco Remy. Just one plug, 2 wires, tensioner, and your bolt through. We will have to swap the pulleys because we run a bigger belt than the pulley that's on the one we've got. We're going to start by loosening the tensioner. Whoops, don't tell him I did that. It's a classic. We're going to start by loosening the tensioner. Whoops, don't tell him I did that. It's a classic. Alright. Then we gotta loosen the main bolt up just a little bit. If I remember right, Monday's having these. Oh! Alright. So we got that loosened up a touch. We're gonna take the belt off. Just leave it there for the time. Pull this back out so we can see everything real good. I've already broke these loose, so we'll take these off. On these old Delco Remys, they were smart enough to make the eyelets different sizes so you can't get them crossed. So that's pretty handy. As you can see, they're two different sizes. You know, I noticed that about GM. Just unplug that. Be careful with that, that's getting brittle. Like when I put the motor in my 02 6.0, that I was scared to death of the wiring, but when you undo all the wiring, it's all plugs on a harness, and when I got done unplugging everything, I just took the whole harness and flopped it over out of the way. And they make it so that way you can't plug stuff into the wrong spots as long as you don't start whacking away at the wiring. But yeah, that was what I was most worried about, and turned out to be no problem, except I had one plug I couldn't figure out where it went. Drove me crazy. I crawled all over that thing for an hour looking for it. There's a freaking light on the hood. But I found it, boy. That's what makes me the winner. Alright. So we got our tensioner bolt about out. There it goes. Set that to the side. Now we're going to take this nut off and try to get this bolt out. Got it. Alright, so our next step is take this pulley off. We're going to take it inside. Okay. Little washers back on there. Make sure it's tight. Go put it on. So our new one come with a new bolt. We'll use it for the tensioner, which we're gonna need a pry bar. But first things first, we're gonna get this set in there. So we'll put our long bolt in. We'll put our original lock washer nut that was on there. Listen, if you don't believe in lock washers, look at this. That was, see, it peeled that off when I was trying to take it off. I used to not think nothing about them, and then one day I couldn't get something loose with my fingers because it was such an lock washer, and I was like, maybe they're on to something with those. It's such a simple idea. Okay, so we'll put this up here. We'll push it on in there a ways. Get our belt out here on it. Pull it back a little bit, get our bolt started in there some way. Right now we're just putting everything in there like finger tight. I mean, nothing's done, which you also had to be careful with because I've done that before and then not get everything tightened up. So it's always good to double check when you get done. Alright, so we got that in there. Get all of our wiring out that we push back here. Okay. And like I said, these eyelets can only go on their designated post. The top one up here, big one goes on it. And on this particular application, the exhaust manifold's right here. So we got to bend this away from it. And then when we tighten it up, make sure that they're not over there too close to it. Push our plug in. It ought to go pretty easy. I don't want to do, because that plug's brittle, sitting out in the sun and weathering for 100 years. Just want to make sure you get them on there. It's on there. Turn this out. Put our little eyelet on. Turn that up. Alright, so we've got everything in place. We know that everything is accounted for. What the heck is this? I don't know what that is. Must be for our ground or something. If we don't have it, we will touch it with a wrench, make sure it ain't gonna fall off there. Alright, so we gotta get a pry bar, because we gotta be able to pry the alternator is what is also the tensioner. So when we'll leave this loose, we'll tighten this one up first. But we'll have to get a pry bar and pry that out till we get the belt tight. Nice. Nice. Oh, we were in there. Okay. So this dovetail bar, luckily, it just slides right up in there. I know on my old cars that I used to have these on, you'd be able to get a pry bar in the top. So the belt is not super duper tight right now, but we're gonna get our wrench. It's actually a 1/2 inch. We're gonna get it a little more snug, a little closer to snug. You don't want to be farting around when you're trying to snug it up. Okay. So right about there, just a little right before snug. We'll get our box end on there. As high as we can go. Pry this up. We're not trying to turn the tractor over, but you also don't want that belt slipping. So you'll get this snug down. I got a little bitty old wrench so I can put the ooga dooga on it. Okay. Take our bar out. The belt seems tight enough. We know that that's tight. We'll check it. Remember I said we're going to double check. That's tight. Now we're going to tighten up our bolt down here. Now it's turning, so we need a bolt to hold it, or we need a wrench to hold the bolt. Oh! I'd like to get the box end on there. There we go. There we go. Oh! Tight. Now we'll tighten up our wiring. So we'll top one up here, 7/16. Oh. Yeah. I mean, I don't mind it either. I just wish it wouldn't go no more. This is hot if you haven't disconnected the battery, so. Make sure your plugs in there good. Even smaller than that. Thought I had a little bitty guy. Oh, there it is. All right. Plenty of room in between there. I think we're good to go. We're gonna call it good. If you guys watched the video where I was raking, I got some comments about that fender about to fall off. I'm gonna see if I can tighten it up a little bit. See, this side has a lot of threads left down here, and I'm wondering if I can't just get it tight using just this side of the U-bolt. It really is not gonna be fun because it's gonna turn about 1/4 of a time. We'll see if we can get there. What? Son. God dang. Not get them nuts loose on that fender. I give up. We're gonna have to cut it off, get a new U-bolt, I imagine. So I'm gonna go move some hay. Hey!